Tie rod ends get a lot of punishment and they're going to need to be replaced. The old style right here is a little bit different than what you're used to seeing, so I'm going to walk you through it and show you how to take them apart and your different options on putting things back together. First thing you're going to want to note is that there is a cotter pin in here, and so you're just going to take your cotter pin out, and then on the end it's basically like there's this big screw on the end that you're going to take out. Now I should say too that before you get into this, give this thing a lot of oil and let it lube up for a few days. A lot of times these things are so rusted you can't get them apart. So this is what's going to come off your cap right here. And then when that comes off, you'll be able to pull this out. You can want to notice that this is a ball right here. And so that ball is held in by two cups on either side that look like this right here. And that's how it's held in there. So when you're going to be replacing these, I could just go ahead and unscrew this and then just go ahead and screw on an original style, but they've got the newer modern style that's a little bit bigger, badder, beefier, and cooler looking. So we're going to be using those today. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this the rest of the way, and then I'm going to go ahead and take this ball off. I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. Now the ball in this new tie rod end is encased in the new piece. This here, the old one, this is cast iron, and this is not bolted in, the ball joint. What we're going to need to do is cut this guy off and then put it in the press and pop it out. Now you can either push it this way or you can push it this way. But if you look on the bottom here, you'll notice that this head has been mushroomed out. So a lot of times I like to grind that down just to weaken it, but since it's been mushroomed out, pushing it this way is a bit more difficult. So I'm going to flip this guy around, I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to make sure that I'm cutting off this little lip that's right down here. So you might want to just cut it a bit above that and then grind it down some. Then I'll go ahead and get it on the press and push it down this way. That's generally the easier way to go. So with my old ball popped out, my new will go right on in there. So before I do that, don't forget that these go on right and left hand side. So you go ahead and screw your right side on first, and it makes it easier to figure out what the left-handed thread is. Also, before you take these out, I probably should have mentioned that if you measure from tie rod to tie rod end, then when you put it back in, you'll be back in alignment, assuming you were before. Before you go ahead and finish this off, we'll go ahead and we'll get some grease. We'll put it in there before. Yes, your Zerk fitting will shoot grease in there, but it's always best to put it in before. Don't forget your rubber boot. When you're going to go ahead and bolt this on, don't forget to tighten it down to specs, and don't forget your cotter pin. You got to be safe. So be sure and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and check us out on YouTube, because we're doing these videos every single week for you. And when you're in that front end, you make sure you check out the rest of the stuff. It's all the same age. We'll see you on the road.